A mysterious interstellar object from the depths of the galaxy has reached our solar system, and scientists are puzzled as to what it could be. And now something completely unexpected has happened. The object 3I Atlas has undergone a spectacular color change and is now glowing green. We'll take a closer look at what this is all about and why a Harvard professor feels vindicated in his belief that aliens are involved here. Be sure to stay tuned for the exciting original footage. A warm welcome, everyone. If you can't reach the depths of the galaxy, then let the depths of the galaxy come to you. Confucius might have said that. And it's also the perfect motto for the interstellar visitor 3I/Atlas. If you're fascinated by space news like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing costs nothing, you'll never miss a video again, and you'll be helping me out a lot, so thank you everyone. Now let's head into space. We need to talk about a very special guest who is currently visiting our solar system and behaving very mysteriously. We're talking about the interstellar comet 3I Atlas, a truly exotic object that has come to us from outside our solar system. Incidentally, the 3I stands for Third Interstellar Object. So you can imagine how rare such visitors are. At least it's rare that we actually notice them. How often objects from the depths of space whiz past us unnoticed is therefore uncertain. This cosmic vagabond was actually discovered back in July by the asteroid early warning system Atlas in Chile. At first, it had a slightly reddish hue and behaved rather inconspicuously. But something exciting happened recently. The Austrian amateur astronomer Michael Jaeger, a true comet hunter, made a groundbreaking discovery during the lunar eclipse last Sunday. Together with his colleague Gerald Raymond, he pointed a telescope at 3I Atlas in the Kalahari Desert in Namibia, and lo and behold, the comet suddenly glowed bright green. Whether Jaeger and Raymond thought at that moment that an alien invasion was imminent is not known. This green shell of gas and dust, known as the coma, had never been observed on this comet before. Other telescopes around the world have since confirmed this spectacular color change. But that's not all. 3I Atlas had already caused a stir at the end of August when it made an abrupt leap in brightness, as Jaeger describes it. Within just 14 days, it became 2.5 magnitudes brighter, and that is truly extraordinary. But what exactly makes the cosmic visitor 3I Atlas so special? First of all, it is traveling at an incredible speed of about 210,000 kilometers per hour. That is the highest speed ever measured for an interstellar object. Nevertheless, Michael Jaeger puts it into perspective. In a sense, the comet is not extremely fast. It has already been traveling through our solar system for 8,000 years and will need another 8,000 before it leaves again. The truly fascinating aspects become apparent when you take a closer look. The James Webb Space Telescope has discovered that its composition is relatively atypical. Normally, a comet consists mainly of water with some carbon dioxide. With our interstellar guest, it's exactly the opposite. The ratio of water to CO2 is 1:8. Michael Jaeger says the core is constantly losing material, which means that it is not water that drives the formation of the tail, as is usually the case, but carbon dioxide. Now things are getting really exciting because at this point, a very well-known and quite controversial scientist enters the picture. Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard University. Loeb leads the Galileo project, which is searching for evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. And yes, you heard that right, he does consider it entirely possible that 3I Atlas could be a relic of an alien galactic civilization. In a scientific paper, Loeb has hypothesized that this comet could have potentially dire consequences for humanity. He even speculates that the object could carry out a secret maneuver with evil intentions in October when it's behind the sun. Loeb already claimed in 2017 that the first interstellar object, Oumuamua, could be an alien probe, but don't panic, NASA takes a more relaxed view of the whole thing. Tom Stadler, who is responsible for small objects in the solar system at NASA, clarifies it has some interesting properties that are a little different from the comets in our solar system, but it behaves like a comet. So the evidence overwhelmingly suggests that this object is a natural body. It is a comet. And that's how I see it too. I think it's generally good that even somewhat far-fetched theories are discussed in science, and I also think that such things shouldn't be ridiculed. Because if we rule out everything from the outset, then of course we will never make any progress in science. But now comes a big but. With Avi Loeb, you get the feeling that he's declaring everything and everyone to be potential alien technology, Oumuamua. Then he leads a mission in the Pacific to find fragments of alien objects there, unsuccessfully. And finally, he publishes a report in which he explains that the moon could serve as a kind of catch net for such interstellar alien objects. And now there's 3i Atlas. Slowly but surely, I think it's getting a bit worn out. But other opinions are always acceptable. So feel free to write in the comments how you see it. Stettler explains, comets are mixtures of dust and ice. They are heated by the sun. This heating changes, and how exactly they react to it is somewhat unpredictable. That's why such sudden fluctuations in brightness are completely normal and can be explained. Michael Yeager, who is tracking Atlas, also remains down to earth. As long as it doesn't veer off course or slow down, it's a normal comet. We determine its position regularly every few days. So far, it is moving along the predicted trajectory. But what is the story behind this green color? The explanation is really very fascinating, even if it unfortunately has nothing to do with aliens. Yeager suspects that rarer elements are now also being ejected from the comet's core, or that the color is the result of a special mixture of dust and gases. He says 3i Atlas has been traveling for a few billion years and has been bombarded by radiation. The dust crust that must have settled on the ice is now being broken up by the increasing solar radiation. This can cause various color effects. By the way, green comets are not as unusual as one might think. In the past, several comets within our solar system have been observed that glowed green. This is often due to certain molecules like dicarbon or cyanogen, which emit green light when excited by sunlight. However, this doesn't diminish the uniqueness of 3i Atlas, because what makes it so fascinating is its origin. It could originate from a distant star system and may be older than our entire solar system. Imagine that this cosmic wanderer was already on its way long before the sun and planets had even formed. And who knows where it comes from? Perhaps it broke off from an exotic exoplanet. A greenish glowing planet at the other end of the galaxy. A planet so green that you might think it's made of jelly. Jelly? However, its exact origin remains a mystery. Scientists can only speculate about which distant corner of the galaxy it comes from, but what we do know is that it will be keeping us company for a while. At the end of October, it will approach Mars at a distance of 30 million kilometers, and then it will fly past Jupiter and Venus. According to NASA, it will not come closer than 274 million kilometers to Earth. The closest point will be reached in December, so we will be able to continue observing 3i Atlas in the coming months. As it approaches the sun, it may still have more surprises in store for us. Who knows, maybe it will change color again or display other unexpected properties. And maybe it will even deploy its plasma cannons after all. In any case, I'll keep you updated on all further developments. So feel free to subscribe to the channel now and don't forget to give a thumbs up. Maybe we can hit 5,000 likes to really boost the YouTube algorithm. And by the way, since we're talking about interstellar travel right now, in my next video we'll look at a real breakthrough in warp drive research. Scientists may have found a way for us to jet through space like Captain Kirk in Star Trek in the future. Just click on the video in the top right corner. Super exciting. Otherwise, I'd say see you in the next video. Take care, folks.